This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 68. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and just wanted to go into this article real quick. All right, and this is dated November 30th, 2022. All right, and that's what, a couple months ago. All right, this title goes, San Francisco approves use of remote-controlled robots to kill suspects. And that title in and of itself is quite interesting because that also opens the way and the door for Esau to start incorporating this so-called AI, all right, in when it comes to judgment. Okay, you had so-called first AI robot as a lawyer. I think it was like something that was happening a couple of months ago or so. There was like I heard there was a case where there was a AI for the first time ever. There was an AI robot, whatever, as a lawyer or some shit. All right, and about a year or two ago, I did a video going into something known as the smart guillotine. Okay, and was it 2 days ago or so? The beloved brother Yashalam did a video going into Trump. Okay, saying that if he's reelected, all right, he's going to bring back the death penalty and I absolutely bring back the guillotine. Okay, which is an instrument for beheading. All right, but again, years ago we were talking about how Esau is going to use AI and robots, all right, as law enforcement. Okay, you have these robot dogs running around, all these robotic new technology that's being created by Boston Dynamics. Okay, and who knows what the Pentagon is actually creating now. All right, you can only imagine. But hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we gave the warning. Okay, some believed it, others didn't, and that's okay. Okay, because now we're going to witness, okay, the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai by way of using Esau Edom. Okay, because Esau Edom does not have, all right, the ability to create these things unless the Lord gives them the ability to do so. Okay, so let's read. It says robots can be armed with explosives to contact, incapacitate, or disorient violent, armed, or dangerous suspect in extreme circumstances, says San Francisco Police Department. San Francisco's police will be allowed to use remote-controlled robots to kill suspects. The city's Board of Supervisors last night approved a controversial policy that lets police robots be used as a deadly force option when risk of loss of life to members of the public or officers is imminent and outweighs any other force option available. So you mean to tell me that all these Centaurians that go around knocking Jake down and shooting them up and all that is not enough? So now you got to use robots? And that should tell you something, that they know and believe that, of course, the men of the Lord are going to get spiritual power, because they can't fight us man to man, one-on-one as it is now. Okay, it's the Lord who has it that way, that Esau is always, you get one Jake and then you got like 12 to 20 cops storming the area like, hey, put your hands out. Like, you never catch one Edomite before he makes a move on a Jake one-on-one. He always call for backup before he makes any move. All right, he wouldn't be that stupid. Okay, these Centaurians are not that stupid. They are stupid, but not that stupid. All right, and now they're gonna get the robots involved. All right, Jake, get ready. It says the San Francisco Police Department said it does not own any pre-armed robots and has no plans to arm its current machines, reports Sky News. That's a lie. As SFPD spokesperson Allison Maxey explained in a statement, The department's robots can now be equipped with explosives to contact, incapacitate, or disorient violent, armed, or dangerous suspect in extreme circumstances to save or prevent further loss of innocent lives. Let's read that slowly. In extreme circumstances to save or prevent further loss of innocent lives. That's very vague. That can go in so many different directions. All right. It says currently the SFPD owns 17 robots, 12 of which are operational. The machines can broadly be divided into two categories: large and medium-sized tracked robots used to remotely examine or detonate explosives, like the Remotech F6A and Quintic Talon. And smaller bots designed to be thrown into target areas for reconnaissance and surveillance, like the First Look and Recon Robotic Throwbot. All of the robots owned by the SFPD are designed to be primarily operated by humans and have limited autonomous functionality. Here you go. When you start hearing the word autonomous, know that it's pre-programmed, all right, to do certain things. Think of the movie Infinity. Think of the movie Terminator with Skynet. All right, that should give you an idea of, what America and the people in America are about to face very soon. Okay, the Lord showed the Apostle John, all right, in the book of Revelation on the Isle of Patmos, okay, of the coming destruction. He talked about Revelation, the 12th chapter. All right, he talks about what? That the devil is coming down upon the earth. All right, the inhabitants of the earth having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so whatever is about to happen very soon, okay, these devils are going to use, all right, these robots to do a lot of things operationally. All right, and of course, it's going to be about killing. Okay, using these robots is going to be used as using these robots are going to be what Esau is going to use in order to depopulate Americans by a large number, chasing people around. They're not going to be using their own forces to do that. They're going to be using robots. All right, so let's keep going. It says police departments in the U.S. have already used remote-controlled robots to kill suspects. You hear that? You hear that? The first such incident is believed to have occurred in 2016. It's believed. When police in Dallas used a bomb disposal robot to kill a sniper who had shot and killed 5 officers at a rally. Yeah, okay. I don't remember this, but at the time, the action was praised by some for swiftly ending an hours-long standoff and criticized by others for effectively allowing the police to execute a suspect without exhausting alternative options. At the time, Dallas Police Chief David Brown said officers saw no other option. You hear that? And once these robots come out, they will see no other option but to use them. Let's read. So it says, saw no other option but to use our bomb robot and place a device on its extension for it to detonate where the suspect was. Okay, so can we say in the future that they're going to be using it in the mostly densely populated areas where it has Jake? Yes. All right. So get ready. It says in San Francisco, AP News reported that the policy was debated for 2 hours before being approved 8 votes to 3. One proponent, survivor Raphael Mandelman, said those arguing against the policy may start looking to the public like they are anti-police. Okay? And no, you're not going to be looked at as anti-police, because guess what? The police don't even do their goddamn jobs anyway, bro. All right, these niggas go around and the first option is shoot to kill. Somebody's arguing with them in a car or some shit. They'll grab you and shoot you right there on the spot. These guys are afraid when they go into their jobs. You can't be a police officer and you're afraid. What the hell's wrong with you niggas, man? But again, it's understandable why you see a lot of police brutality, because like I've said before, during the training process of these police officers or whatever it is, they're trained to look at the people as the enemy. So when they come on the job, you thinking, oh, they're there for my safety. They look at you as the enemy, man. All these law enforcement people and all that, they say, oh, we're here to protect the public. Who the hell is the public, and who are you fighting against? Who are you fighting for, and who are you fighting against? There's always some shit like, we're for protecting the public. We're doing what we can to make sure that everything is safe by shooting down the same public that you're there to protect. It's the most craziest thing. You got people who see it and they say, oh, I'm always going to be in support of the police. Who the hell even created the police? Do you know what the police actually goes back to? It goes back to slave patrol, man. Okay? The whole the police concept goes back to slave patrol. All right? You're supposed to have sheriffs, bailiffs, and so on and so forth, man. All right? Lord willing, I'll do a whole video on that. The Spirit hits me, I'll do a video on that, because these people have no idea what the hell is going on. And Esau is using these so-called departments, all right, to bring about this so-called NWO, and people don't even notice it. Okay? This is all leading to AI being law enforcement. Like it shows you in the movie Minority Report. Everything is going to be AI, man. So the police are training those who are going to be taking over the police force very soon. They're using this robots and all that, testing it out to see what happens. They're going to be running shit very soon. Okay? They're going to be having heat sensing technology. I mean, they're saying they're partially autonomous. I believe through the Spirit that most of them are fully autonomous. It's just you change it by a switch of a button from partially to fully. And fully means they're programmed to do certain things, specifically to kill. Okay? To kill. All right? They have targets and they come in for you. That's it. Let's listen to this. It says, Board President Shaman Walton, meanwhile, who voted against the proposal, responded that he was not anti-police but pro-people of color. You hear that? This should tell you everything you need to know, that all these things that they're doing is targeted towards Jake. They're not doing this to go against Edomites. Nah, it's towards Jake. All right, they're not going to be sending these robot dogs into the nice areas where Edomites live at. No, it's going to be in the inner cities where Jake is predominantly living at. Okay? You wild bulls out there, Chicago, New York, Maryland, LA, Texas, Atlanta, all right, Washington, just to name a few. Okay? It says, Walton said, we continuously are being asked to do things in the name of increasing weaponry and opportunities for negative interaction between the police department and people of color. This is just one of those things. You hear that? Oh. The proposal was criticized by numerous civil rights groups, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and guess what? These robots are also being trained to target Jake, straight up. There was it's like 2-3 years ago, there was a video that surfaced of this Jake who went to one of these grocery stores, and there's this new thing that just follows people, or I guess it cleans shit, whatever. There's these robots that just float in the aisles and shit, just run around and shit like that, whatever. And this Jake was like, man, this robot is racist, man. It keeps following me everywhere I go. It's like it's watching me, man. I was like, yeah, because whoever's designing these robots, they have that mindset that ultimately we're using this to watch you people. Okay, we have to monitor you people. Why? Because you're the children of the Most High. Okay, so we must monitor you and watch you to make sure that you're all in order. You're not falling out of line. Okay? It says the Electronic Frontier Foundation, EFF, said it was typical of police military mission creep. All right, the process by which hardware developed for use in war zones is deployed against civilians. That includes the military. Okay, Operation Creep, Operation Mission Creep, or whatever. It says we've already seen this with military-grade Predator drones flying over protests and police buzzing by the window of an activist home with drones, said the EFF's Matthew Guarglia in a blog post. Elsewhere in the U.S., police departments have rejected similar proposals, Oakland's police department initially approved the use of robots to remotely kill suspects, but later reversed its decision without explanation. The police had been criticized, with a report from The Intercept revealing discussion by police officers about the possibility of alarming a robot with a possibility of arming a robot with a shotgun shell. And you already have that. Okay, you already have that. But what's going to happen within the next few months when you have all hell breaking loose and Esau is short-staffed with the police force and so on and so forth, with everything that happened with defund the police and all this bullshit? Okay, what happens now? Because now you have a shortage in staff. So now you have to, restaff. And everything is being switched into digital. So I think they're going to, through the Spirit, they're going to start pushing these things. All right. And you're going to start seeing a lot more of it. And it's going to be mostly in Jake cities. All right. Manned by Edomites. All right. And a few, sellout Jakes too as well. But this is targeting Jakes, man. All right. It's going to be targeting Jakes. It's the most racist thing you're going to see very soon. All right. So continuing the book of 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 69 says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." And that's what you're about to start seeing. Okay, because we're shifting direction, all right, into the end. And at the end, we know that there's, people being arrested, brothers and sisters being put in prison, all right, for a period of time. All right, you got brothers and sisters, mostly men, who are going to be beheaded, all right, for this testimony, man. All right, and that's a reality that, we're all going to face. All right, but that's where your faith has to overcome your fear. Okay, and understand you got to have the bigger picture. You got to think more like Stephen. Okay, you got to look up into the heavens and see the glory of the Heavenly Father and carry on. Finish the mission. Okay, finish the mission with distinction. All right, so that's what we're gonna face, man. All right, it's gonna be interesting, but also remember that there's a balance to all things. All right, ultimately, it's the Lord who's given these devils this power to do these things, but He's going to counter that. It's called spiritual power, and that's what they're preparing for the most. All right, Esau is getting ready for the Lord's men to be endowed with that spiritual power. This is all leading to that. All right. Verse 71 says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." Okay. So how are they going to be doing that? Fully autonomous robots. Okay. Listening to orders and not even looking at the person, listening to what the person got to say. It's just going out there and doing what it's programmed to do. Okay. It says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." All right. So you're going to start seeing that you got this whole train derailment happening, toxic chemicals being spawned up into the atmosphere. Okay. What's going to happen is they've already started doing it. Shelter in place. All right. This is going to lead perfectly into the narrative of climate control, climate change and all that, and why you can't eat meat anymore, because all the animals are dying anyway. They're all poisoned anyway. The chemicals, the water is affected by it. The fishes are affected by it. Okay, the animals that are around the area are affected by it. And of course, the people are affected by it. So the best thing we can do is shelter people in place. And, at first I used to think that they're just going around all these people and set them up to sea camps. But then, I believe yesterday or 2 days ago, I was thinking about it through the Spirit. And I was like, nah, they're not going to take everyone to these camps. No, them camps are going to be reserved for the people who are troublemakers. Those who are afraid and, oh my God, what's going on? Oh, the government told us to shelter in place. They're going to stay in their houses. They're going to be under lockdown. And they're going to be monitored and policed by these robots. But the ones who are an issue, they're going to grab them up and they're going to take them to these camps. Alaska and all these other camps that are, distributed throughout the states of America. All right. I believe it's 10 regions, if I'm not mistaken, the 10 FEMA regions. Okay. And remember, under emergency, FEMA pretty much takes over. All right. The president passes all authority over to FEMA. So FEMA starts to become the decision makers. It is what it is. All right. So it says, for verse 72, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Okay, so you're gonna begin those troops coming into your houses, like what happened with Katrina. All right, they're grabbing you up, taking you out your house. Everything you got is being taken with them. Okay, but verse 73 says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried in the gold they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And that's talking about the elect. Okay, that's talking about the elect, man. It says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So there's nothing to be afraid of, man. Okay, the Lord said the troubles are coming, but I'll also deliver you from those troubles. So don't worry about it. Okay, the troubles are not really targeting you. They're not coming for you. They're coming for these 2/3 ass jakes. Okay, so yeah, this is the troubles that's coming, but the Lord said he's going to protect us. He's going to save us from it. Okay, he means that. All right. It says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High Yahweh is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Okay, and that's the same thing Yahweh said as a promise that he would protect us, all right, in these times that we're about to enter into. Okay, there's a book of Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, and the hour of temptation has to do with a whole lot of violence and a solution that says, take this thing or else. And that's the times that we're entering into. All right, that's the times we're entering into, and everything is building to that. Okay, but I just wanted to, bring this out real quick, as a warning. Okay, that this is what these devils are planning to do. All right, this is what we are to prepare and look forward to. All right, knowing these things, knowing the times that we're in. All right, we ought to keep in prayer. All right, for the Most High to have mercy upon us, like Esther and Mordecai. All right, during the time where Haman was plotting, all right, our downfall. Okay, he was plotting our downfall, and there was a letter that was sent throughout the whole province of Xerxes' province, man. Okay, was it 172 provinces, if I'm not mistaken? And it was basically a done deal that all of us got to get cooked. Okay, and basically the Lord blessed us and delivered us from that, and turned, all right, the weapons that was against us onto our enemies, and ended up delivering us. All right, hence we have, all right, the celebration of Purim. Okay, you could get that in the book of Esther. All right, also you could finish it off in the Apocrypha, where it says the rest of the book of Esther. You got to read that too. All right, so I'm leaving off there low and gratified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and until next time, Shalom.